Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 4023 Southeast Mall Street here in Portland. We're located at the front of the home. We're just off to the left of the front doorway. We have a 4-inch cast iron cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. It transitions here at 4 feet over to 6-inch concrete pipe. Immediately here, the flow line is showing quite a bit of wear. There's a lot of aggregate rock showing through. Yeah, we'll have to take another look at that on the way out. The camera's running into something there. Just transitioned to 6-inch terracotta clay. And here at 39 feet, we have reached the main lateral. Now, throughout there, we ran into a few different spots with standing water. We also have a large amount of debris built up right around the transition to clay pipe. Now, we'll look at that here in a minute once we get the line all drained out. And I'm going to go locate to verify we're in the street. We have located the camera head successfully at the main lateral out on Southeast Mall Street. I believe we're pretty much all drained out now. I'm mainly going to focus on the issues from the foundation of the house to the curb area. Yeah, located the camera head here. We are right at the street curb. It's a very normal spot for it to transition over to clay. So from this point out is the city's responsibility in Multnomah County. From curb to curb is the city's to deal with. So the clay there is not looking. The concrete pipe here, I'm not loving how it's looking. There's just a lot of aggregate showing through. This line is near the end of its design life. This is the spot here where we had all the debris buildup on the way out. I'll do a toilet flush, see if I can get some of that to move. Okay, so I've got a toilet flush go down the line. It's cleared some of the stuff out of the way here, but not all of it. And what I can't tell is if it's something like an offset joint. I suspect it's either that or the bottom of the pipe may be worn out there, and that's what's causing all this debris to build up right here at this particular area. There's just so much junk in there we can't really see what's underneath it to know what exactly is the culprit behind all that debris. When we came down there, I mean, it was like a 2-3 inch tall mound of stuff hanging out there, so it's definitely causing debris to hang up. And then the joint right here, just prior to the where the debris buildup was, is separated by about an inch. It's likely letting water escape the line. And when aggregate concrete gets to this point here, it's called eggshell condition. You can actually get water that will seep right out through the concrete pipe itself. But it looks like if you got the line all cleaned out, it looks like it does actually drain properly. This would be a good candidate to do a pipe liner on. Now, because of the amount of wear we're seeing here, I do recommend a pipe liner to update the concrete portion just due to all the aggregate showing through. It's just about the end. And when it starts wearing out like this, you'll get sections of pipe that will, at some point in the near future, they can actually start breaking away. So, aside from that, it looks like, aside from the debris that's in there, the line does actually drain out properly all the way to the street. The clay portion has some standing water in it. It appears that most everything's getting through, and that's also the city's issue anyway. So that would be my recommendation. Update the concrete section here, and then it sounds like we've got a ADU line to scope, so we're going to go to the rear ADU, pull the toilet, and scope that portion of the line. I push back out here just to do some paint markings. So from basically 2 feet, or from the cast iron transition out here to 23 feet, the whole concrete section, this is what I recommend. Either doing a pipe liner on, I would look into that, as well as traditional trenching, but because the line runs under the sidewalk, a lot of times the liner is more cost effective. But I'm marking it with white paint from basically the clean out to the curb, and at the curb there, it's at 6 feet 6 inches deep. I'm getting a similar depth here. At 13 feet, I'm getting 6'8". At the curb, I'm getting 6 foot 6 inches. It's a very, very similar depth here, and I'm not seeing standing water. So there's a lot of overhead power lines. Just use some caution when digging. Sometimes those power lines can throw the locator off a little bit. Okay, we're at 3 feet deep here, and then the last marking I'll do is right here at the cast iron transition. So you'll have a white T at the beginning of the repair, and then a white X right out by the curb. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and roll the camera out of the line. Now that the debris has been removed from that one spot, and again, we still don't know if that's a separated or offset joint that's causing a lip that's catching that stuff there, or if there's a broken piece of pipe in the bottom which will cause stuff to hang up. So now that that's been removed, the line is flowing out to the street and is functioning. My concern is the line is at the very end of its lifespan here, all the aggregate rock showing through. For that reason, I'm recommending it be repaired. Liner would probably be the most ideal, but you could also trench. And I recommend a re-scope after any repair work to make sure it was done correctly.